Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? Stuart here from Spain Speaks with a video about what it's been like teaching English here during the pandemic. We interviewed a few English teachers about their experiences here in Madrid, some of the good things, some of the bad things about teaching English during these times, and it was good to hear different points of view. Now today's video is sponsored by Skillshare, but I'll tell you more about Skillshare during the video. Let's go.
My name is Janitza Rodriguez and I've been in Madrid since September 18th. It has definitely been a crazy journey. I really wasn't sure what to expect whenever I first came because I'm literally moving to a different continent in the middle of a pandemic. So it hasn't really been the normal experience from what I've been told, but it's been absolutely amazing. And I was really scared at coming at first. Being away from family, being in a completely different place where you just don't know anyone, it was really scary in the beginning, but just like trying to be open and putting yourself out there, even though you're very nervous, but I think those have been like the top two main issues that I've faced.
My name is Natalie. I'm from California, United States, and this is my second year here. I've been here for like a year and a half. I love Spain, and at least like here, you know, you can go outside and sit in a terraza, which in the States it's not as much. A lot of the stuff is more inside. So yeah, I mean, even in the pandemic, I'd rather be here with a lot of my friends that I've made, and obviously my boyfriend too. So it definitely was. I didn't have any doubt in my mind when I decided to come back.
My name's Patrick Dunyan. I'm from Ireland and I'm a teacher here in Madrid. I think we're kind of lucky compared to most of the rest of the world, as you know. A lot of the rest of the world have they've no freedom at all. So with us, yeah, there's restrictions there, but we can do a lot. We can go out, we can go to the park. We still get to work, which is good. Like we get to leave our home. So I suppose we're pretty lucky in that sense.
Compared to like all around the world, I definitely think that our restrictions are fairly well. I mean, people, like it's enforced really well and a bunch of people seem to be following all of the rules all the time. I mean, it's hard sometimes because, I mean, as someone, I just graduated college, I am young and I just want to come here and like have all the fun in the world and experience so many things, but like knowing that so many people are getting affected by this pandemic, I'm like, it's worth having these restrictions and we take care of the big issue now and then later on in life, like we'll get to enjoy it.
I mean, we were obviously used to going out really late, being with big groups of people. Also, Spain is a very like tactile country, very like cariñoso, whatever that is in English. So, you know, 2 kisses, hugs, always touching people, getting really close. So it's definitely been a little bit different having like the what's it called, the distance, maintaining the distance and everything.
The city doesn't feel as subdued as like when I was back in Ireland, you know? It still feels like there's life here. I don't know if you feel the same, but obviously it's a bit different with restrictions, but no, it still feels pretty good. And it still feels like you have a lot of freedom and stuff, so.
Now I'll just interrupt the video here to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. If you're not familiar with Skillshare, it is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on a wide range of topics like design, photography, video, freelancing, and many more. Now if you want to live in a country like Spain and teach English, you can find classes on Skillshare to enhance your teaching skills. For example, these classes here by Nicholas John Cakebread will help you with your lesson plans. And if you want to learn a little Spanish or improve your Spanish language skills, you'll find hundreds of classes that will help you do just that. Skillshare has classes to fit your schedule and your skill level. And it doesn't matter if you are a beginner, a pro, a dabbler, or a master, you'll find a class on Skillshare to suit your needs. Skillshare is also really affordable and a yearly subscription costs less than $10 a month. And the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership so you can check it out for yourself. So what are you waiting for? Click that link below and try out Skillshare. Now back to the video.
I think the restrictions are fair. I mean, if anything, the government has been very lenient compared to a lot of other places, like I said before. I mean, in France and in Italy and a lot of other places, everything's shut down at 6, even in other cities in Spain. So we've been really lucky. We've still been able to, like, you know, be in groups of either 4 or 6, depending on if you're inside or outside, go out until 11. You know, we have to wear a mask and stuff out, you know, outside, and like when we're ordering stuff or whatever in a store, but for the most part they've been very lenient, and in some ways I think sometimes they've been a little too lenient, but yeah, so we've definitely been really lucky. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think they're quite reasonable, but for me it's like I'm obviously a bit selfish in that respect, because I don't want to be, you know, locked up. I don't think anyone else, but also the worry of like when I came back here, it was the worry of like, are we going to go into lockdown again? Because Spain had one of the strictest in the world, so I was like, you know, it was a bit of a worry coming over here and thinking, is that gonna affect my life this year? And I'm just going to be locked up in a room by myself compared to like being at home with my family. So I think that took a bit of a toll at the start, but the last few months now it's been pretty good. We have to count ourselves kind of lucky compared to the rest of the world. So
it won't get back to normal, I don't think, anytime soon, but living a semi-normal life has been pretty easy to obtain. But I mean, the restrictions, not my favorite. I don't think it's anyone's favorite, but I think they're definitely necessary to fix everything that's going on.
I would say recently, since the restrictions have gotten a little like easier, have gotten a little more lenient, it's been a little easier, and I think everyone's kind of gotten a little more relaxed too. Like, we're still careful, obviously, but yeah, I would definitely say socially it's been pretty hard because of what I was used to before in Spain. And I mean, the reason why I'm here is to meet people and travel also, and we can't do that right now, so it's been a little frustrating, but I can't really complain.
Definitely the teaching part has been difficult.
Basically a glorified teaching assistant. It is good, like it's good, you know, it's good to, you know, you get to see how the Spanish classroom works and stuff like that. I do feel it has an expiry date if you're anyway ambitious, because a lot of the time you're just walking around telling kids to sit down and take out their book, and some teachers don't use you, so but the ones who do, it's fantastic and all, but the ones who don't, it's a bit boring. So but nah, good job.
I feel like the language barrier has been rather tough. I mean, I know Spanish, but we're encouraged not to speak Spanish with the students so they can get like that full English immersion.
Because I got here in late September, and even through like New Year's, my anxiety was super high because I just wasn't used to, you know, I mean, obviously I was really scared about getting coronavirus and then giving it to someone, or giving it to someone who's like old, because there's so many so many senior citizens that are living here, like the population is very old. So I was very scared about like getting, not even just for myself, but getting it and giving it to someone.
There's obviously a lot of differences, like for meeting people, it's a lot more awkward, you know, you're going to places and it's 4 people to a table. That causes a lot of like logistical problems.
I have met so many cool people from all over the world. I mean, I've got to know a lot of Erasmus students, as well as other auxiliares from a bunch of different countries as well, and I feel like it's really helped me understand people more. I mean, like, because learning about such different culture, it has been so mind-blowing to see how people live their lives, and so interesting too. And I mean, although it's been like kind of tough making friends, I mean, it's mostly like I meet like some friends, and then they introduce me to their friends.
The people, the food, the culture, the weather as well. I think that's one of the main ones. The weather is just like fantastic, and I love the people, love the food. Just, you know, every day there's something new to do. You can travel 30 minutes out of Madrid, and you have like San Lorenzo and places like that. You can go hiking. So honestly, I've lived in a few cities. I've lived in like 4 or 5 cities, and Madrid's by far the best. Love the place. Can see myself, not for 1 more year, I'd say a few more years. So without a doubt, yeah.
I am definitely coming back for another year. I mean, this has literally been the best decision that I've ever made in my life, honestly. And to keep coming back and like keep teaching these students, like I find it so rewarding, because I mean, Spanish was my first language, so I didn't know any English whenever I moved to the United States. And I had teachers like helping me learn English and through that process, and being able to be that person to help these students learn English, I feel like it's total full circle, and I want to keep doing it for a lot longer.